It has been a rough start of the year for air travel after nearly a week of Southwest Airlines canceling thousands of flights, and then the FAA's shutdown earlier this week. Airlines obviously have had a lot of challenges.
So have their travelers. Travel expert Peter Greenberg joins us now to talk about the state of air travel and what passengers should know. Good to have you actually in person.
Happy to be here, not on Zoom.
Not on Zoom,
halfway
that's
around
right.
the world. Artie, let's start with this FAA issue because everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's a 30-year-old system that failed. People will be surprised to know that's actually pretty young in the world of systems
in the world
that
of
guide
FAA, they've had a problem for more than 40 years. I'll share with you two words: floppy disk. Okay, we can stop right there. The problem is the FAA has not been able to institute new technology. They used to call it next gen. We're going to do next gen. Well, they've been talking about next gen for 2 generations, and the problem is Congress hasn't given them the money. They haven't had the proper procurement. They haven't had the proper training or testing. So even today, if they gave them the money to put the new system in, we wouldn't see it for 3 or 4 years.
Would this fall under an infrastructure bill, or would this have to be a standalone item that they have to focus on?
It would probably be a direct appropriation, and you want to make it separate anyway, because you want to move it fast. But the problem is, up until 10 years ago, air traffic controllers were directing airplanes using scraps of paper. They were using old vacuum tubes in their systems that weren't even manufactured anymore. They had to buy them from Russia. This is how old the system was.
And when we see vulnerabilities like this, do they get fixed? Because this was human error that caused this, right?
Well, no. Bad technology combined with human error. What a combination, right? So the problem is, at least they had a human error. The problem is it was just all automated. Nobody could have fixed it. So at least they got it rebooted in 3.5 hours. But remember, this is the first time you've done a ground stop since 9/11. And on 9/11, of course, America was under attack, so they not only shut down the airspace for people taking off, they shut down the airspace of people coming in. That's why all those planes were diverted to Canada.
What do you say to travelers who are concerned about, am I going to be safe flying in the air if something like this happens again? Is this just an inconvenience that could happen again, or is there any concern about safety?
Well, if something like this happens again, you won't be in the air. No problem. You'll be on the ground. But the bottom line is this. We've just celebrated the 30 safest years in the history of aviation. So the question is not whether we can improve it. The question is, can we maintain it? And if we can't maintain it with systems like this, we have the recipe for a disaster. It doesn't stop me from getting on a plane tomorrow, though.
Right. The common thread in all of this, as we talk about the airline industry, so often is technology. That was the undoing to a degree of Southwest Airlines and their old systems for tracking and moving crews is why so many people, one of the reasons so many people couldn't recover from that winter storm. Here we are a few weeks later. Has Southwest paid out the money they promised? Have they gotten the bags back?
Well, let's do the numbers here. You had 1.5 million people disenfranchised. Of that, 1 million were essentially stranded. So if you look at the average expenditure per passenger for accommodations, meals, clothing and toiletries, and then alternate transportation home, it's about an average of about $400 a passenger times 1 million. That's a check for $400 million right there. Add to that the lost revenue they'll never recoup, and what may be happening very soon, a huge fine from the DOT against Southwest. By Southwest's own admission, they're going to be down $825 million.
I was covering the Midway story on Southwest that entire week, and the one question that we still never got answered, I don't know if you can unsolve this mystery, we kept hearing that people couldn't make their flights, but they sent the bags, and their bags were going to their destination, yet the passengers never got on those planes, and then the luggage was separated.
They weren't able to match the passengers with the bags, so they just took the bags because they knew where the bags were going. Now, whether or not you were going with your bag doesn't matter anymore because you may not have been going to your destination anymore. Remember, the bag went to the destination you thought you were going to. At that point, people just wanted to go home.
Your bag got a great vacation, but you didn't. So what can people do to protect themselves? Because that's one of these feelings we all have is we feel helpless.
Well, there's one thing you should do. Don't depend on the internet. Have a conversation. What I mean by that is when you go to make a reservation, all the inventory that you're seeing is not all the inventory that's there. If you have a conversation, you'll find out you have other options. And how many times have you gone online to see that it's a great connect time, only 33 minutes between flights? That's suicidal. No, you got to give yourself right now 2 hours to 2.5 hours between flights for 2 reasons. One, you have to go in there with the expectation your first flight's not going to be on time. And if you miss that second flight, they may have a third flight, but that plane's full. So you'll be spending the night in the rocking chair in Charlotte, and that wasn't your destination.
Or on the airport floor. as we saw at Midway.
All right. Well, Peter is in town for the Travel and Adventure Show. It's at the Donnelly Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont. He's going to be the keynote speaker tomorrow. Very fancy.
Yeah. At least I'm not flying there. I can be there.
It's at 1:45. His speech is tomorrow. And if you want to get more of his travel tips and advice, check out petergreenberg.com. Nice to have you in studio.
You got it. Nice to be here.
Appreciate it.
Good to